been a little problem in the cockpit.
The cockpit? What is it?
Hi, it's Thursday, and this is your Mental Health Minute with the Gold Diggers. I'm so glad you're here because we promised every Thursday you're going to have a mental health tip to handle. Last week we talked about anxiety, and I'm going to do that again this week to handle an overwhelming feeling of anxiety that shows up when you get a really bad message or etc. So, welcome to your Mental Health Minute. Every week, every Thursday, I always emphasize that you need to work out your brain. Your brain is actually the seat of all your moods and etc. I know there's a poetic thing about it. It's in your heart. Yung dibdib mo kasi dinidibdib mo yung feelings. But you know what? Alam nyo lahat that the signal to your brain is actually what sets the mood or what sets your predominant mental wellness state. Seriously. And I always say this, we have to do reps. So this is going to be every Thursday. We're going to build the muscles and the flexibility of your brain every Thursday. So we're going to do repetition. Reps makes all the difference with your abs as well as your brain. People always say that mentally well people are the ones that are never sad. Actually, that's not true. If you are never sad, then we need a checkup because that is not a natural state. You're probably sociopathic. I'm kidding. No, but a mentally well person feels all feelings, but we can regulate and bounce back or escalate up or dial down whatever's needed to get back to a more neutral state. That's a mentally well person. And when you're a mentally well person, you are very conscious, very aware, very mindful of your mental hygiene. And mental hygiene, just like physical hygiene, is consisted of very many things, as you can see on this icon. Things that occupy your time, make you move your body, nourishes your body like the vegetables, as you can see. And I want you to pay attention to the three action verbs on the left. I want you to try a new thing, try a new sport, try a new vegetable because that's very good for your brain. It stretches it a bit. The second word is revisit. I also adore this word, by the way, because I hear a lot of people when they are sad, they always say things like, I used to write poetry, I used to make films, I used to draw, I don't paint anymore. Then revisit. It's a pandemic. We have less minutes on the road, less minutes outside if you follow the community quarantine curfew and the COVID safety regulations of this government. That means you have more minutes at home and you can revisit things you used to do and you used to love. Try it again. Maybe you still love them. And for those who are in the daily grind but already have their own fitness plan and fitness regimen, then I need you to try to level up. For example, if your reps and sets are a certain number, dial up one and level up. I think that's very good for your brain too. And good news, a version of leveling up is trying something new. Yay! See? So that goes around and around. That's how you take care of your mental wellness. Do not stop. It's an everyday thing, it's a rep thing. And because it's Thursday, I need to give you an emotional first aid tip. A mental health first aid kit has many, many things in it. You have lots of tools in it. In fact, I have a feeling you have someone's phone number in it, like a good friend to call when you're feeling overwhelmed, etc. So today, I'm going to add a few things into your mental health first aid kit. One, look at the gray bar. Those two words, that's going to have to be your friend for when you're handling anxiety. And this is first aid, okay? Present moment. Because when you have anxiety, you're worried about what's coming next. It's not happening yet. Or you're sad about what happened last week. That happened na. So one of the first things you need to do to respond when you have an overwhelming anxious moment is ground yourself in the present moment. How do you do this? Spend time with your senses. And when I say senses, I mean, what do you see? What can you smell something? What do you hear? Do you hear children laughing from afar? May naririnig ka bang manok? What do you hear? Kasi when you pay attention to what you're seeing, smelling, hearing, then you are in the present minute. And that makes all the difference sometimes for an overwhelming anxious feeling. Please remember, this is first aid. First aid is not the cure. First aid is not the permanent healing of this. That's going to take some time. First aid is your actual first response when you feel an overwhelming feeling. For example, when you get a message that says something very troubling, you see a headline that gets you angry, or you receive an email that says your deadline is moved 4 days closer to what it's supposed to be, then you get anxious. Then you need to go to the third bar, which is really mind your breathing. We will not tire us here at the Gold Diggers Thursday night and Project Steady. Hindi kami mapapagod to remind you of to be mindful of your breathing. In fact, we have given you the tip of numbers. You're gonna have to make math help you this time. Math is your friend. 4, 4, 8. Inhale for 4, hold it for 4, exhale for 8. Why? Because the relaxing in your autonomic system is in the exhaling. So exhale longer than you inhale. I do 4, 7, 8. Inhale, 3, 4. I hold it for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I exhale. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that always gets me sleepy. And if I ever get sleepy, and I'm like the world champion in being an insomniac, 4, 7, 8 breathing really helps me. Brings us to your mental health minute tip for the week. If you lift both hands up and form the letter Y, like in YMCA, the dance, try it now, lift it. That's actually your posture when you cross the finish line. And that's actually your posture also when you like a song. That's also the posture when you double high five when you get a point with someone. This is a primal gesture of joy. And it sends a signal to your brain that there must be something that's making me safe because my hands are outstretched up. Try it, lift it. And because the stance, yung body language ng fear kasi is parang you're folding fetal and etc. This is the opposite of that. At the very least, if this doesn't work for you, but I think it will, at the very least, it will make your blood flow. Do you know that good massage therapists know that the general gesture of a massage is to stroke general direction towards your heart? Your blood has to flow towards your heart. That's your mental health tip this week. In your mental health minute, your mental health deserves more than a minute, actually, but sometimes all it takes is a minute, so take that minute.